Hey there, Gemini Sun, Gemini Moon, Gemini Rising. It's Maggie. Welcome to Moon Directed. This channel is going to go through a big transformation. So next time you see a video from me, it'll be under moonlit waters. So be on the lookout for that. I'll be doing videos for you every 2 weeks. So we're going to take a look at the energy that is surrounding you for the next 2 weeks. That'll be April 15th through the 28th, and then we're going to take a look at that full moon that is happening in your 6th house of work-life balance, health, and see what else is going on with that. But the sun right now is in Taurus, and the sun in Taurus, well, it's actually, as I start this video, it's still in Aries. So this is the 11th house moving into your 12th house energy. So this is groups and goals, and then it's going to be moving into your spiritual development and breaking things down as you get ready to move forward, and then getting ready to head into your eclipse season. So, ooh, nice energy for your overall. We have the Ace of Mirrors. I'm going to turn the camera down, and I'm also going to unplug because that might stop that glitchy stuff. So let's get into the cards. I was trying to get the videos done before everybody got home for the day. I didn't quite make it because once the parking lot gets full of cars and everybody's on the internet. So, but what's fun is that I've got the kids downstairs blowing great big huge soap bubbles, and they keep flying by my windows, and that's just fun. All right, so we have thoughts, feelings, actions, past, present, future. The key to the situation here is the Four of Mirrors. Okay, so this Ace of Mirrors, this is about reflecting out to the world and pouring out into the world what it is that you want to come back to you. We are all mirrors for each other, and so if the kind of relationship you want is one that gives fully and completely to you, you have to be willing to give in return. And when you have the Four of Mirrors sitting here in the heart center, the key to the situation, there's a need to take a little bit closer look, maybe, especially because we're talking about communities and the community situation going on around you. Are you giving what it is that you're hoping to receive? Are there things going on that you choose not to pay attention to? I'm actually going to go to the book because it is the key. So Daphne the water nymph has shape-shifted into an alluring mermaid. The four mirrors symbolize the security and stability when at her emotional best. She is empathetic and nurturing in a relationship. When at her human worst, however, she becomes detached, neglectful, or even mean. This occurs when overwrought emotions hold sway, a condition spawning self-indulgent behavior. In your reading, this card could caution you not to unintentionally sabotage your relationships. So let's take a look at that Ace of Mirrors. It heralds a new beginning. While the suit of stones, which would be like pentacles, navigates the physical realm, the suit of mirrors reflects the watery currents of feelings and the tides of human emotions. On this card, you meet Daphne, a water nymph and daughter of Gaia. The Ace of Mirrors means either new romantic love, symbolized by the two candles, or a steady flow of creative energy. The turtle knows good fortune, and in the water and on land. This sea plants, the sea plants to either side of Daphne symbolizes the subterranean energy influencing a new project, which means that there might be, like, this could be a creative project that you're working on that maybe you've been feeling a little bored, a little listless, and you're trying to get your mojo back. You're trying to get creative again, and I feel like if you could dig into your subconscious a little and create more fertile ground, that would also help to loosen that up. Okay, in the recent past, trying to figure out what you want to do. We have the Eight of Scrolls. This is like seeking guidance from above. Like, I really want to understand what the next move is. I'm looking for guidance. I'm looking for information. Oof. The way you transform the situation, we have the Devil. And the Devil has holding a mirror. Okay, this is detaching from the things of the material world, moving out of the pentacles into the emotions. like the Ace of Mirrors said, and also being willing to look at yourself in the mirror and say, what are the lessons that I'm learning from the situations I am in? Everything is reflected back to me and teaches me something important about myself. So what has been being reflected back to me? And if you can figure that out, if you can identify that, if you know what it is that is being reflected back to you, that's when you progress forward and you start moving toward that Ace of Mirrors. And here you are stacking everything up and understanding there's so much more to life than the material. And this is moving toward a sense of well-being. So there is a need here, I think, to kind of take a look at your life and where have you been focusing too much maybe on material goods and getting everything financially in order and I heard collecting, hoarding. What? Collecting and hoarding, depends. Okay, so where are you more focused on the material goods that you're trying to bring into your life, and your life is not in balance? Because remember, we're going to have that full moon coming up in your 6th house of balance. So your life might be getting out of balance if you're too focused on your work and not enough on the whole and completeness of your life through relationship matters. In the recent past, you have the 7 of Scrolls. He's got the one scroll in his hand. He thinks it's the one that's going to open the piece of information and knowledge, but he has a lot of doubts. The 7 of Scrolls, it has doubts to begin with, and then it's in the house of the mice, which is about the doubts and the insecurities. And he's looking at that lock and he's like, do I have what it takes? Do I have the information I need? Am I sure I can open that door? But this looks really good. In the heart space moving forward, we've got the Sojourn, the King of Mirrors. What's interesting, though, about this King of Mirrors is he doesn't have a mirror. He's self-contained. He knows who he is, and he is confident moving forward. This is actually very beautiful. This is a card of independence. This is a card of independence. In the recent past, in the area of what's been the obstacle, we've got the mime, and I just heard mountains out of molehills. So this is the house of the mountain, and if that's your mountain, it's that little rock there. I think that it's not been as difficult as you think, and that you have a lot of help. Is you've got this ram. So during Aries season right now, you've got this energy to go ahead and take that step and start moving forward in the direction that you want to go. And pay attention to your intuition. I think there's still a lot of confusion, though. We have the 8 of Scrolls up here. I'm not sure what it is I'm supposed to do. I'm still not looking in the mirror at myself. And so diving deeper into your intuition, being the mermaid in your own life and going deep and understanding, using your intuition to figure out what are the lessons so that you can get to this next phase. And also, that kind of makes me feel like that full moon is going to be very powerful. So here we have the 9 of Spirals, and the 9 of Spirals is about the wind blowing in all 4 directions. This is about the winds of change are coming. The winds of change are coming. So, and if you look, this tree here is being blown in the wind. And so there is a big change coming. There is a big shift happening in your life. I think you still need to do a little more self-reflecting. That 4 of Mirrors, this Devil card, the intuition. So right now, that's the energy that you're in. It requires some... Scrolls are also about thoughts, right? This is like, I don't know what action to take, and you have all these thoughts going on, and I think it's about getting out of your head and getting into your heart space and what's actually important to you in your heart space, and working through your heart to follow your intuition and guidance to know what it is that you really need to do to move forward. We have the goat showing up here. Got the ram, the goat. It's about overcoming obstacles. Act from your innate wisdom. Yeah, out of your head, into your heart. Get out of your head, get into your heart. You're going to know what to do if you will take the time to do a little self-reflecting, listen to your intuition. The guidance is, everything you need to know is on the inside. Wow, I am not taking 12 cards. And just tell you what they are, and then I'm going to put them back in and we'll shuffle out some more. Apply fat. past lessons, life, death, rebirth, healing and balance, time to replenish, shine forth in new wonders. The one we will take out is the one that flipped up that was separate, and that is the carnation, and it says to follow your passion. And I do believe that this, for some of you, this is definitely a big passion project that you have going on here. Okay, is there a card or not? Was that it? Here we go. All right, so healing and balance and spiritual quest. The mountain. We have a mountain and we have a molehill. Okay, so we have the spiritual quest, and we have an opportunity to bring in the healing and the balance using that energy of that moon that's coming up. And so this is an inside job. You are here looking for information everywhere but where you should be, which is in the heart space. That's where your answers are. So follow your passion. You'll know what to do. I have every bit of confidence in you. The North Node is in your sign. That means to follow your inner guidance, because you are the North Node, right? You're your own North Node. So we have the unfinished symphony. So there's a situation that needs to be completed, steps that need to be taken. We have 2 9s here. That's nearing the end of a journey. And then we get to the 10, which is where you complete the journey. And you have breathe, which is about taking the time for meditation and contemplation, because I think it is in your heart space that you are going to figure out what it is that you need to do next. All right, let's take a look at that full moon, because that full moon is happening at 7 degrees of Scorpio. So if you have anything in your chart that is in Scorpio, I just collected up a card. Where did it go? Okay, well, it'll come out. Can't hide forever. There we go. This full moon is opposing Uranus, though. Uranus is in Taurus at 8 degrees, and so this is a really sharp opposition. This will be sudden insights, downloads. Okay, this is it. This is my aha moment. I know what I have to do. I know what direction I'm moving in. I feel like that's the kind of energy that you're going to get. And with the it's coming into a kind of a loose square with Saturn, which is about boundaries, and that's in Aquarius, and then that would be your 9th house of higher knowledge and learning and long distance travel. And so I feel like that insight, that guidance that you've been seeking, it comes to you. It's like, oh my gosh, I know what to do. I got it. It feels like that kind of energy. So we have here the Holy Thorn, and I'm going to read It is the Mist of Avalon. It is a new deck for me, although this is not the first time I've seen it. It's the number 7, and 7 is a very spiritual number. It's very spiritually aware, and it's called the Holy Thorn. The truths of the world are sacred and held as secrets by the guardians of the realms. You have had some major struggles and may well be in the middle of some challenging life experience. Know that the only constant in life is change. Learn the lesson from the cycles of blossoming and thorny times. Move forward with clarity and wisdom. Make sure you experience joy and live your life to the full without regrets and resentment. Well, when I read that, I think it can't just be a molehill. So one of my guides, but when I see this and you have the mountain here, you know, I think it might be a little bit bigger. 9 and 9, you're nearing the end of a major cycle, definitely. You got the 10, that's completing the symphony. This is making the big change. This is paying attention to what lessons have you learned, being willing to move through the energy to learn what it is that you need to learn, so that you can get to this new beginning, this Ace of Mirrors. That's a new beginning and a new start. So there is a completing of a cycle and the beginning of a new one. Okay, understanding. Part of this cycle requires understanding and sensitivity. All right, so this is understanding that comes from deep within by being more sensitive to what's going on around you. Really tuning into everything that is happening around you and paying attention, being willing to look in those mirrors and see what were the lessons. I saw something someone wrote, and I don't know if they were quoting somebody else or if it was their words or what, but it said something like, there's no such thing as losing. There's only lessons and winning. I think that everything in life is a lesson. You learn what works and what doesn't work, but I thought that was another way to put it. And so there is a need to understand and grow from each situation. And here we have shared inspiration. So I think for some of you, you definitely have some kind of a creative project that you've been a little stuck trying to figure out what the next steps are. It could be that you're trying to write a book, that you're trying to write a song, that you're trying to write a poem, that you're trying to do something. Maybe it's get a website up. It's something, it feels like that. But you need to collaborate maybe with somebody. We have shared inspiration. Throw yourself into a new project. Be willing to let go of time constraints and rules and really become aware of whatever fulfills your heart. There's a need to follow your passion. There's a need to follow your passion. There is a need to follow your passion, in case you missed that the first time. So what lights you up, right? What lights you up? What gets you excited? That's the direction to go in. And you have Violet. The answers and the truths are always within. Take the time to meditate, contemplate, go within. Everything you need to know you have inside of you. Everything. Just get in there and take a look and see what it is. All right, well, good luck with that. That looks really interesting. I'd love to hear your comments on that. Hit that thumbs up. I will be back in 2 weeks with a video just for you, but every week I will be doing a soul growth series on Mondays for the collective. If you'd like to join me for that, I'd love to have you come along, and be on the lookout for the video that's coming out that's going to kind of explain everything that's going on with my channel. You guys have a great couple of weeks. It looks like Mercury is going to go retrograde at the end of May, and Saturn in Aquarius is going to go retrograde at the end of May. So I would right now get on this. I would right now get on this and start working before, it gets even more difficult to understand. So time to take that step. All right, you guys take care. We'll talk soon.